Alright, good morning. We're gonna finish ClickTrials. And then I think we're gonna move on. We're gonna try and make a game in Unity today. I'm really not sure what to do about this text prediction. I feel like I'm not gonna get it working as well as I want it to work. I'm just gonna fiddle around with some of the code. Some of the stuff that we were trying yesterday, generating these patterns. It doesn't extend to this pattern long enough, so Yeah, I feel like all this algorithmic stuff is way too precise patterns. The Markov chain does have a huge benefit in its like randomness, in that like how the patterns work is random, whereas this is always repeating in segments of 2 and then 4 and then 8. I could always extend the Markov chain a little bit. Yeah, I'm just gonna mess around with this Markov chain code that I already wrote and see if we can get that working. So I'm gonna take away all difficulty scaling, and I'm just gonna try to make it the maximum difficulty I can to set like a, I don't know, like a max point. Figure out what the upper boundary is. So maybe 16 base pattern length. We'll do an example of 16. Hey, thanks for the follow, Ryan K. Hawkins. 0DM090DM or O by 1. Yeah, so I think what it is it's literally a limit of the Markov chain depth being 2. It can only act on up to 2 characters. The 2 characters that were previously shown. So actually, what's the base pattern is a good question. So the base pattern is pretty varied here, as all the characters, but obviously the Markov chain did not train for all of those. As an experiment, what if we really lower this? Make it train way slower. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna have to increase the depth of the Markov chain. Although I will experiment with this more, increase the training iterations. Yeah, this is actually a pretty good pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. So it actually has 7 characters before it repeats, which is pretty good. But I guess let's put the Markov depth up to 4. So 4 times 4, 16 times 4, It's only going to be 256. Shouldn't be too bad. This might be too random now though, because it could have a very unique pattern. 4VB4, CVB4, 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 QLPQLP. That's actually a very repetitive one. Oh my god, I pressed the wrong button. So what are the base patterns here? Yeah, so the base patterns are varied, but it's not picking it up. I guess it's not training enough. GTXXT, GGX, GTTX, GGT. Oh my god. Okay, that's pretty chaotic. That's pretty random. What's the base pattern? Two T X G. Oh my god. So it's not working. It didn't train properly. So I guess I can try training it more. I almost feel like the issue is I have to train it less now. Yeah, so now it's training it too fast. So it's divided by 4. 1 divided by 4 is 0.25, so I can't have this extend 0.25. I guess I'll take away the randomness right now and just do this. DIUKIUDYDIU. Oh, that's actually a good pattern. It might be working. 2A2UA1A2 1A 1U 1U 2A. Oh my god, these patterns are insane. I might have it working. 2P2323F2 F2 F2 23 F2 F2 2323F 2F 232F 32. Oh my god, this pattern is insane. This is like working too well. DN N7 D7 NN D77. Okay, I think this is actually working very well now. Let me try turning this down to 1000 and see how that works. E6Y EYL E6 Y E6Y X. Oh my god, these are Q's and O's. That almost threw me off. Okay, yep, that's too much of a pattern. But this means that it's actually working very well. So let me actually try doing 3. Maybe doing a Markov chain of 3 would be the perfect amount. Okay, it doesn't seem to be working that well now. Oh, this one's actually working decently well now. No, yeah, I definitely need the depth of 4, and I could even do 5, I think, but I want to keep it minimal. Okay, let's try scaling this now. So I'll start out with 2. What am I putting the count to? 20? Okay, I'm gonna try just putting the count to 10, and instead making it having it be harder. ARA2, AARA2, lava, IGUGA, GUG, PQO, PQ3, H4, HU, H2, H2, 4H, 4HU. Okay, this is actually really good. I'm actually having to think about these, but at the same time they are predictable. It's not completely chaotic. Nice. Okay. That might not have been difficult enough. Maybe not difficult enough. Maybe we'll do 15. So let's see if count goes... If we want this to at max be 14, there's already 2 added, so we need 12 added, and count goes up to 14. Alright, that's our multiplier. Oh wait, actually divider. I guess what I could just do is just divide by 12 and then multiply by 14 or however much I need. whatever. Doesn't need to be optimized. So then what about the example length? Maybe I'll clamp this. Will show 15, yeah. Okay, let's try that. Oh, okay, I should show at least 4 at the beginning. Ooh, it was S. I couldn't have predicted that one. These might actually be too difficult. Oh my god, I think it's actually good. I think the difficulty is actually good. It's actually pretty difficult, but it's predictable. We're done. Well, not done. I still have to, I'm still gonna polish these a bit. I'm thinking of changing, like, maybe changing the CSS coloring and stuff, like the color of gray here. I feel like maybe making it more of a dark theme and less of a light gray, a darker gray. And then I'm also gonna make these graphs look better. cut off a bunch of border area. I guess I could change the styling here. That might actually be better. Just a simple dark theme. I should also hard code the color string, because I keep changing this, and then, oh man, I could do a light and dark mode. No, I'm not going to bother doing that, that's too much work, but I keep changing these and stuff. I don't want to go and copy the value each time. I'm going to do button color. Now let's go and change this around the UI code. Nice, okay. So now we probably gotta open basically all of these. Replace this with the button color variable. Wait, what color is the confirm button in this? Oh, it's white. Okay. Okay. Now, let me just check. Did I close all of these braces? I think I did. No, I didn't close this one. Hello, AEM, still finishing? I'm like literally just finishing it. I finally got this text prediction working good. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I gotta remember to fill in these little... Let's go through. Which ones? This one is missing it. Select the proportion percent of the white shape to the gray shape. Does that make sense? I should say percentage instead of that. Select the percentage proportion of the white shape to the gray shape. Test your ability to estimate the size. Estimate the proportion. Oh my god, that did not work. My hair's getting too long for this, but then it's still not long enough to put in a ponytail yet. Measure your ability to estimate proportions of shapes. Proportion of the area of the white shape, the area to the gray shapes area. Select the percentage proportion of the white shapes area to the gray shapes area. Measure your ability to estimate proportions of shapes. That makes sense. Select the depth of the blue sphere. Wait. I should make this really clear. Then enter the exact same sequence. I'm going to make this more clear. Memorize the sequence of characters shown, and then using the 4 character buttons on the bottom. And then, re-enter the sequence using the 4 character buttons on the bottom. Click anywhere on the screen. Click anywhere on the screen.
as if she were a maniac, a raving thing. She just goes a little mad sometimes. We all go a little mad sometimes.
I just realized, for the pie, I think it's this one, the pie chart, I should maybe make the,
I don't hate her.
I should make the circle bigger so that it has like an outline. I'll look at it after I write these little, like, introductions.
If you put her someplace.
You mean an institution? A madhouse? Put her in someplace.
I am sorry. She's hurting you.
Yeah, there's actually a few things I want to do. I might need to fix up the proportion, the way one of the answers or questions is drawn. And then I think I might also change the way the answer generation is sampled for a few of these so that it's, I don't know how to put it. It's not, right now there's an issue where it randomly generates the answers as random. It takes the answer and then it adds random jitters to the values. And the issue is, though, when you randomly sample a bunch of times around like that, basically the answer is almost always in the middle of the random sampling because you're doing the random sampling around it. So I actually need to add a bias where sometimes it'll like sample only, randomly only sample upward or sample downward. So basically right now you can look at the middle, what answer has the value in the middle of all the other values, and it's likely to be correct, which is kind of broken. It's not completely broken, but like, yeah. Alright, put a bunch of generic text to explain them. So now, memorize the sequence of characters shown and then re-enter the sequence using the 4 character buttons on the bottom. Each time the sequence will get longer and longer, testing your short-term memory. Alright, nice. So, let me do this thing I was talking about. Yeah, this is exactly what I was talking about. So this gray shape should actually be a little bit of an outline so you can tell that that's the bigger shape. Estimate the percentage proportion. Ooh, that needs an of in there. That needs an of. It's a good thing I'm reading this because there's a spelling mistake. Estimate the percentage or grammar mistake. Percentage proportion of the white shapes to the gray shape. White shapes area to the gray shapes area. Alright, so where is it? Type 0. Here it is. So we do C size. So what I'll do is, when I do the gray, I'll do times 1.1 and give a little bit of padding. Oh yeah, there we go. That looks nicer. Just make the percentage proportion of the white shape to the gray shape. Percentage of the 8 buttons along the bottom. As you get, the answers will require more precision. That might even be a bit too much padding there. I might do like 0.06. Alright. Now I'm going to change how the answers are generated. For which ones do I need to do that for? We'll do it for the color ones. Proportion, depth. Geometric prediction, I don't think so, because you can't tell the values of these, so you don't need to change it. 3 stages of the geometric pattern listed on the top of the screen. Select the fourth stage from the answers on the bottom. Each question will require recognizing detailed patterns in the geometry, testing your abilities. Which one is it? This one or this one? I think it's this one. Yeah. That one could actually be a bit more difficult. I might need to change the balancing of that one a bit. I think I actually remember changing the value of the minimum difference or something for this one, and then not testing it. So I might come back to, actually, while I'm talking about it, let's do it. That's what polishing is, right? Is going through over and over again, finding little things that aren't polished or completely perfect. Yeah, so minimum difference ends up going down to 0.04. I guess what I'll do is I'll end up finding the minimum values that I want to do, or the minimum and maximum. So I guess I'll start out with minimum. Oh, so these ones are actually pretty close to each other. So that might actually be good for the beginning. Oh yeah, this is probably too easy for the end. This one's actually pretty complicated, but the last one was pretty easy. Actually, that's a pretty good difficulty. I just might need it to scale down the difficulty faster is what I might want. Or I could increase this to 15 questions. And then I could add a little bit of a curve too. Pretty good. Maybe could be more difficult. Yeah, I definitely think I'm gonna ramp up the difficulty faster. So maybe lowering the minimum difference. Huh. That actually seemed easier. Wait, what? Why did that seem easier? Did I just get lucky? PowerPoint 6 should make that go higher, faster. Make lower values higher. So that should make it harder by making this go lower, faster. Oh my god, I'm getting better each time. I can't tell if I'm making it easier. I don't think I'm making it easier. I think I'm just getting better. I think it's really good though. You can, like, you're supposed to be able to predict which ones are what. Oh my god, like the last few attempts are just like a graph just going upwards. Huh. You know what would be maybe a cool thing to add to the graph is maybe cut off the graph, like, I don't know, maybe like at like the 80% mark, and then do a projection of like where you're heading, whether or not like you're doing better or worse. Talking about improving the graph. I guess I could try doing even more. This is probably ridiculous though, or it should get really difficult really quickly. Maybe not though. Huh. Why isn't it getting that difficult? Okay, I'm gonna try just setting this to 1. I mean, actually, if I do 0, it should just constantly return 1. That is how POW works, right? Yeah. Okay, so for whatever reason, this actually isn't that difficult. They're actually pretty different and varied. Oh my god, I'm doing 0.08 instead of 1.8. Oh my god. It makes so much sense now. Just a few, just like decimal places off. Oh my god, they're all basically the same. Either this one or this one. Oh my god, I got it wrong. Okay. It's hard to tell whether or not that was good or not. Might get too difficult too quickly. Which one is it? This one or this one? I'm thinking this one. Yeah. Okay, I feel like this is a good difficulty. I guess I could make it get a little bit more difficult faster. Alright, now I'm going to change the proportion of these, but first I'm going to go and get water, and I'm going to put some music back on. Alright, we're actually getting pretty close to finishing this. So, the color perception, the proportion, the depth, those are all the ones that we need to change how the answers are generated. So right here, minimum difference and jitter. So instead of, oh, I just realized, Okay, so this is kind of going to conflict with the minimum difference here. Because the minimum difference already pushes it away from the answer. So what I might need to do is just like generate it. Like, where would I add the bias? If I added the bias afterwards, then the bias could push it to be close to the answer, which it shouldn't be. So then, if I apply the bias in here, it can't go through the sign. Okay, so I'm actually just thinking, like, what if I just check if the answer is within the minimum difference of sign or of size? And I'm gonna actually need to save the bias here. Bias equals math.random. Oh, wait. Actually, no, never mind. That won't work. So I guess I'll scale the bias based off the jitter. So then we'll generate value like this. Math.random minus 1 times jitter. And then we can also add our bias. And it'll wrap around if it needs to. And then we check if the distance between our value and the size is smaller than minimum difference, then then what do? Calculate the direction and add minimum difference scaled by that, I guess. So v plus direction of that times min difference. So wait, let's think about this. So if this is bigger than that, then it'll add to it. Yep, okay, perfect. So that'll make sure it doesn't go within that, and then we actually need to take the bias into account now when we calculate this. So divided by min difference plus jitter, but this could also actually be scaled up by bias. So how do I change that? Or so let me see, if bias is positive, then I need to add bias to this. Oh wait, so actually it's just math.abs bias, like that. So let's see if this works. Estimate the proportion. So let's count the middle. Okay, this might actually be way too much for whatever reason. So let's see, the bias starts out at 0.3. There's 0.3 plus 0.3. So it could actually loop around here, looking at it. The answer is obviously 30%, but I'm calculating if is the midpoint of these 30. 8 plus 94 plus 10 plus 8 plus 2 plus 3 plus 33 divided by 8. So yeah, the midpoint actually gave us the answer there. Let's try again here. 70 plus 74 plus 80. So this says the answer is 68. I think it's actually 54, yeah. So it actually wasn't correct that time. So this says the answer is 41. We've got a 45 and a 46. I think it's 80. Oh my god, so it's working. It's working. We actually have bias in our answers now, so you can't predict them. Beautiful. So I'm just gonna play through this one and make sure it's working properly. I feel like this is 86, but it might be 75. Ooh, it was 67. Oh yeah, this gets pretty difficult. This is good. All right, I'm happy with that. Wait, what did it say at the end? Precision 0.1%. Is that accurate? I think that's wrong. I might not be calculating that correctly. So average divided by score count, average. It hasn't been multiplied by 100 yet. So we will multiply that. I think that's good. Alright, next is depth estimation. I'm basically just going to copy the code at this point now that I know that it works. So in the generation code, we'll generate a bias that's scaled by the jitter. We use this new generation. Oh yeah, and I do abs instead of mod here. So wait, actually, instead of copying this, I'm going to rewrite it. Alright, let's make sure that works. Oh wait, we have to add the bias to this part of the answer. Using the orange reference sphere, estimate the depth of the blue sphere. Select your answer from the 8 buttons along the bottom. As you progress the answers you select will need more accuracy. Need more accuracy is not a good way of putting that. As you progress, will require precision. Bring your depth estimation skills to the test. I want to say that's like 16. Oh, 17. Damn, this one starts out hard. What does the minimum difference start at here? Oh my god, 0.2. And it never changes. Okay, I actually think I'm gonna change that. So I'll start at like 4, I think. I do 12 of these, so using the orange reference sphere, estimate the depth of the blue sphere, select your answers from the 8 buttons along the bottom. Ooh, so close. I'm not very good at this. Depth estimation precision of 1.4511 units. Alright, that's looking pretty good. And finally, let's do color perception. Then we need to make it take bias into account when measuring the answer right here. So plus bias, and there we go. So I guess maybe check this. See, this is actually maybe not, maybe red is a good way of testing it. What do I have for the difficulty scaling? Oh, it gets very difficult very quickly, it looks like. Okay. This basically looks impossible now. I might have made the difficulty for this way too high. Huh. So I wonder what happened there where it generated those so close to each other. Let me output the minimum difference. Oh, I'm doing abs here. Oh, okay. Yeah, actually, I shouldn't even do absolute value here. Because it could loop around. I wonder if I need like gamma correct on this or something. I actually wonder, is like, are CSS colors gamma corrected? Like, I'm assuming that these colors actually are with sRGB applied. Or is it not? Alright, I'm gonna generate a color gradient specifically for testing this. And we're gonna see if it looks linear or not. No, that does not look linear. Actually, you can see it seems to get brighter. I would say about this is halfway in brightness. Let's try gamma correcting this. Now that's way too dark along here. But it definitely looks better up here. Huh. These definitely look very difficult to tell between. Alright, I'm definitely going with this scaling, but I'm going to need to limit the minimum color, because it obviously has some, I don't know, I guess you'd say, I don't know, maybe precision issues, but this is way too dark down here.
exhale that breath, just allow yourself now to relax more and more. Because the nicest thing about hypnosis is that wonderful feeling of physical and mental relaxation that can now spread throughout your entire body. Because from this moment in time, there's nothing of importance for you to do except relax.
Life and death. Life. Life.
Alright, so I changed the scoring of that a bit to be in percentages, because I don't think color units really matter to people, but percentages is really easy to understand. So I think that's it for polishing the games. I'm pretty happy with these now. I think I'll go test it on my phone. I guess I'm gonna do the final polishing of like this, and then I'm gonna test it on my phone to make sure all the mobile stuff works.
Death.
We will see. Alright. So these graphs should be fun.
Life.
A very simple rendered graph.
Life.
So here we go. This is where I generate the graph. It's very simple. Graph bars, background, axis lines, labels. So the first thing I'm going to do is fix the padding on these labels. We can take up way less space with these labels, and we can center them way better. And like I said, I could actually do a basic prediction where I actually like plot out the direction that you're going in the graph, so I can like say if you're improving or not. I'm also thinking if I want to change the UI here, maybe make this border a bit smaller, but I think it's good. So I guess maybe first of all, I think I'm going to disable the graph while I shift the axis lines. Alright, nice. So now the difficult part will be plotting out, or will be fitting this 100% in there. Also, why isn't this one centered? All of the other ones are centered. This one is not centered. And I also just realized I should put a little thing down here saying that this is memory. And to figure out where I call this function, and then pass in the game name. So stats current game dot name. So I created this padding variable to make it like, oh, maybe I could do variable padding, and then I never actually used the variable to make it variable. Genius. Alright, that's looking better along the bottom. So now, I guess I could just do 100% and do it with smaller font. That looks pretty good. Just do a bit better centering on these. Oh yeah, that's nice. That is centered. So now, what about doing a prediction where I draw like a line predicting where it's gonna go? That might be too complicated. Or not too complicated, but overkill. I think just having stats like this is just good. So I'm just thinking, so if I was gonna do that, I would like cut off the stats maybe right here, maybe like 80 or 90%. Then I would draw like some approximated direction maybe, I don't know. Or I guess what I could do, yeah, is I could draw a line showing the direction that you're going. Starting from like here and showing it going up. Oh yeah, okay. That's actually really good. Graph direction line. Calculate average direction. Is it average direction that I want? Huh. I guess average direction. So how should I draw this line? I guess I could just draw it in white. I might do purple. I'll figure out what color looks good. Alright, so I want to put a line at the starting point right here, which is W times 0.05. And then what is the height? HD minus height, which is this divided by 100 times the HD. Okay. Probably could just do this with constants, but I wrote it this way, so that's how it's going to be. So then we do line 2. The end of the graph, we'll do 0.99 HD. Oh wait, this is actually supposed to be stat 0. Because it goes lower down the screen. So then add the direction, I guess. Let's try that. Oh, I never did stroke. Oh God. It's way too big. Okay, so the prediction is flying off into the air. Oh, I'm not dividing by 100. Oh, okay. It actually seems like it's working pretty well. I wonder if I should mark what the purple is. I wonder if this is the same thing as taking the average and then calculating the difference between this and the average. Like, it's interesting how this basically ends up flat. I guess I'm gonna try doing just the average here. Oh god. Now they're going off the screen. Oh wait, except this one. Oh yeah, okay. The average is a way better way of measuring this. Alright, I'm pretty happy with that. It is looking good. Oh my god. I'm very excited to finish this. Alright, so the last thing we need to do is test this on mobile. And this might be a pretty big thing because there might be a bunch of issues. So let's so just go over the mobile code quickly. We've got our touch start, touch move, touch end events. And all that's being processed is just clicks. So it should be pretty good. So we'll copy the index. Into our nginx. And we'll start nginx. And let's see if this is working. What? I can't remember what my local IP address is. And I think it's on port 99999. Oh my god, okay. So, here we go. I'll try and show this. Alright. So there you can see ClickTrials. Wonder if I can get it. I doubt it can focus because it's just the webcam. But anyways, you can see working on the phone, or at least the menu is. Go to the stats page. It actually still has the stats from the last time I tested this. Let's clear the stats. Alright, so now this is kind of weird. Actually, there we go. It went away from full screen. So let's try memory. Memorize the sequence of characters shown and then re-enter the sequence using the 4 character buttons. Bottom, each time the sequence will get longer and longer, testing your short-term. U. SW. B. Alright, so it works. So the typing and the input works good. So far, at least. So I'm going to do something like fast. So I'm going to do the reaction timing test. See if there's any delay. Okay, so it actually seems pretty good for the reaction timing. I actually seem like I'm getting a better score on here than on my PC, which actually would make sense because HDMI actually has a pretty big amount of display lag. Phones are actually pretty good. Okay. So then let's do aiming, something that requires actual accuracy. White circles will show up randomly on the screen. Click inside the circles as fast as you can. The score is based off both the speed and accuracy. So phone is kind of OP for this because you could use both your fingers. On PC, you've got to use the mouse. But at the same time, phone is kind of at a, I don't know, some people might actually be better with mouse. This is actually pretty easy on phone though. Which is actually kind of nice. Alright, so far all the controls and everything are working. One thing I was worried about is the depth estimation rendering slowly and the color precision ones having low color precision. Let's check out the color precision on here. I have a feeling the screen has a different gamma, which may be the source of issues. Okay, yeah, so this is very hard. It looks like this actually has a different gamma than my PC because these are basically impossible to see, these darker reds. Yeah, you can see these are basically showing up as black. So the gamma is actually inconsistent between PC and phones. I actually want to look this up. I'm actually really curious about that. I'm sure other people have probably found Firefox Android gamma color different. Inconsistent colors. So let me actually test this on my other monitor. Okay, wait, let me do another test on my other monitor. Let's see. I'm gonna do another sampling grid. Let's see if this looks okay, no, it's actually pretty consistent between both of my monitors. So then let's test this on phones, or at least on my Android. Let me go into the system settings of my Android actually, because Android has color settings and I might actually have it on the less accurate screen mode basic. Full screen color balance, adjust the colors of your display, change the appearance of light tones. AMOLED Cinema. Oh, that's weird. So some of the reds in this are actually like no longer red. Oh my god, so the LEDs on the phone screen definitely cut off like the bottom brightnesses. I don't know if you can see. These bottom brightnesses up here are like invisible on the phone. The LED is not good. So let me try the different display modes. Let's try adaptive. Yeah, okay, so phones have really bad coloring. So what I think I'm gonna do just for phones is I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna put it in a higher range. I don't know if that's the word, higher range, but like the lower colors are gonna, the darkest colors are gonna be less dark, upping the brightness. That will hopefully be better. That might still be too dark. Oh my god, yeah. So like some of the colors are just like black. I almost feel like that's a bug. Like, actually, wait. Yeah, that's crazy. Like some of the colors on here on the phone are just like, they're just straight up displaying as like basically black. There's like not a hint of red to it. I almost feel like there's a bug. I'm gonna test this because like it does not seem right. So what's 0.25 fed through POW? 0.047. So actually that is pretty dim. That is pretty dim. Yeah, so you can see here the lowest is still not too dark. Oh my god, yeah, this is crazy. There's just a point after about here on the phone that it just cuts off to basically black. So that's very interesting to me too, because I remember in one of the VR headsets I had, I think it was an Oculus one, the that was actually a thing with the LEDs used in the headset, is it didn't display blacks, or like it didn't display darker colors very well. So I guess I'll raise this even more. We'll do like, let's see, what would 0.4 give? 0.4 might be good. Maybe 0.35. Oh yeah, that's much better. So you can actually see all of the ones now. Well, for the most part. It's really hard to see when the screen is dimmer. Anyways, for the most part, it seems like everything is working on the phone. I'm just gonna speed through this. Let's make sure the general color perception is working. Yep. Okay, it's looking good. Everything's working. I'm just skipping through the answers just for get through it. Okay, let's. I'm kind of scared of checking the depth estimation because, as I said, that might actually be laggy on phones. Alright, so all of this is just working just like it did on the computer, which is exactly what's supposed to happen. Alright, so the depth estimation is rendered using ray tracing in JavaScript. It's probably one of the slowest things you could possibly do. But it's the only way I could think of getting the rendering I want that would work on everything, so. Okay, it loaded. Think there's lag between switching these? No. Okay, so it actually seems like it's rendering pretty quick. Using the orange reference sphere, estimate the depth of the blue sphere, select your answer from the 8 buttons. Alright, amazing. So there's actually a tiny little delay or a little bit of choppiness when you click to the next answer in the depth estimation, and that's obviously where it's rendering out the ray tracing. But if it can render on my Samsung S7, that's like an old ass Android phone, it works. It works. Okay, I'm gonna upload this to my website. I want to do an icon for it, and I think I need a little, like, I don't know what you call it, like a banner. I'm thinking maybe the banner might just be a bunch of the different games put together. This might not make a bad icon. Just a bunch of colored circles. Or I could do one of these geometric prediction. I could do one of these as an icon. Let's see how this looks as an icon. Probably not going to be a great icon, but I thought I had a subtract color thing here, but I guess not. I guess it's just... I guess there's just simple chroma key. And I can't remember. How do I set an icon? How did I set an icon for this? Ah, link rel icon. And I encoded it as base 64. Huh. I don't know if I'm going to bother to do that for this. That looks like a blob of colors. It's actually not bad. That actually doesn't look horrible for an icon. Okay, now let's get fitting this into the website. Alright, I'm trying to decide where do I want to put this on my website. I'm thinking I might just put it on the front page right here. But then I'll want to get like a banner. I guess I could get a bunch of different snapshots of different parts of the games like that. Might not work, or that might not be a good image of it. That one's better. Let's try and find one that looks cool. Alright, and how big did I make these thumbnails? 200 by 133. Okay, so pretty small. We can probably make this bigger resolution. Maybe I'll just paste these all together to begin though. Yeah, that's probably good for a crappy little banner. Copy that. We'll scale that down. And then we'll save that as a JPEG. Because it has so much blank area, it will compress very well. We'll put that in the thumbnails for ClickTrials. Perfect. Alright. Now the annoying part. I'm gonna want to run this through Clojure compiler. So what that means is I need to separate my code, or I need to run it through Clojure compiler manually. I think what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to run it through Clojure compiler manually because, yeah, why not? So what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to take, or I'm going to need to separate this into just the JavaScript. And then we want to put a script tag around it to anonymize it. Or I guess give closure. Alright, there's our JavaScript. So now I have a little script for building with Clojure compiler. I'm going to repurpose that. Let's see if the build Clojure works. Are we going to get errors? We got 3 errors. And a bunch of warnings. String continuations are not recommended. Well, too bad, I used them. Warning, redeclared variable. MI. Equals -1 MI. What did I even use MI for here? Oh wait, I should be fixing this. In the text prediction code too. And what else is there? Error average time is undeclared. Is average time never used either? This is actually really good for finding JavaScript errors. Variable diff is undeclared. Score is undeclared. Okay, I guess that is all, hopefully. Let's try recompiling it. If we get warnings, that's okay. We're just worried about errors. Yep, 42%, 42 warnings. That is all good. How much did it minify it? It cut off basically half the size. That is very nice. What does it look like minified? Ooh, look at that. Look at that beautiful minified JavaScript. Okay. So then let's put this back in here. So this is going to be very annoying to there needs to be a way to just select the bottom part. I should look at the key bindings. There's probably a key shortcut for this. Highlight. My next match, select all text. Maybe not. Current lines. For a case, move current line down. No, I guess you can just select up, not down. Alright, let's hope this works, because sometimes this actually breaks the code. Nope. It looks like everything's working. Wonderful. I guess I'll try it on Android just to be sure that this didn't break anything. Nope, everything still works. Wonderful. Okay. So then let's put it on the website and actually post this. The icon takes up like a lot of the space. Oh my god. The icon takes up a majority of the space. Maybe I'll change the icon. Whatever. Okay, so now on the web page, okay, hold on a second. I'm gonna update the website. And we're gonna upload ClickTrials. I keep saying ClickTrials because basically is ClickTrials. Alright, there we go. I don't know why it does HTTP instead of HTTPS. Cool. Okay. Now I have something else I can post under my Twitch channel page. Under my recent projects. Alright, cool. Now you can go to the link to ClickTrials on the bottom of my Twitch page. Very nice. Okay, I'm very happy to have this done. This is like a small project that took a while, but it's just like small bits of polishing. Alright, that's going to be it for my stream this morning. I'm going to go have lunch. I'll be back this afternoon, I think. We're going to do some Unity development. I'm going to try to deal with Unity again. I have a few ideas I want to try. I think I want to try just messing around with like car and driving physics. Just make a game that's like fun to drive a car around in. And we'll see what else. Maybe work on some like first person stuff. Anyways, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the stream. If you play ClickTrials, I hope you enjoy it. I'll see you around. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.
Oh, that's unexpected. Yeah, yo, that's right.